All right, joining me now is one of the 8 congressmen who voted to oust Kevin McCarthy. Matthew Rosendale represents Montana's 2nd District. Congressman Rosendale, thanks so much for being here. You just heard some American citizens in Washington, D.C. today. They called you guys crazy, dysfunctional, whacked out, and a joke. Can you blame Americans for feeling that way tonight?
No, I mean, obviously there's a lot of people that see just from the outside turmoil on the House floor, and they're disturbed by that. Most people don't like conflict or confrontation. That's why they don't enter into this crazy arena that we call politics. The fact of the matter is, I take no pleasure in having to remove Kevin McCarthy from the Speaker's position. But Elizabeth, unfortunately, it had to be done. You cannot take legislation and depend more upon Democrat votes when you're the Republican majority, okay? You cannot take and depend upon more Democrat votes as the Speaker of the House and pass that and not think that there's going to be blowback.
But Congressman, that's what governing involves compromise, and this is a divided Congress. You're going to have to compromise, aren't you?
Absolutely, absolutely. And I do believe in compromise. I believe in compromising on policy. I will not compromise my principles, but there's a huge difference between compromising and allowing the Democrat minority to dictate the policy that's coming out of the House. And when you get more Democrat votes on policy than you do Republican votes, time and time again, you have to ask yourself, who was Kevin McCarthy representing? The Democrats, or was he representing the Republican majority? He passed the 2 huge spending bills with more Democrat votes, overwhelming more Democrat votes than he did Republican votes.
I heard you say that in Montana, your home state, we stay until the job is done. If that's so, why aren't you and your fellow congressmen hard at work at the Capitol right now trying to figure this all out?
Au contraire, Elizabeth, I am here at the Capitol, and I am ready to work. As a matter of fact, 2 weeks ago, when everyone went home, I stayed here and worked with the Rules Committee to continue work on the only appropriation bills that we were able to get passed.
Right, but you guys can't get anything done without a speaker, Congressman. And nobody, you're not going to start meeting on a new speaker until next week. There won't be a vote scheduled until Wednesday at this point.
Sorry, Elizabeth, you're wrong there. We can get work done. The Speaker Pro Tem does not stop the committees from functioning. We should be in right now, the Rules Committee and the remaining 2 appropriation committees should be in getting their work done, because we only have a small portion of the government yet to be funded through the remaining 8 appropriation bills. And that's what a very big portion of this battle has been about, getting the appropriation bills done instead of reverting to a great big continued resolution, which continues Nancy Pelosi's spending and Joe Biden's policies, which eventually leads to an omnibus bill.
Right. I think, Congressman, people are taking note of the fact that so many other congressmen have returned home. And while you and your committees may be able to do some work, you cannot take a vote on anything until you vote on a speaker. I did want to play for you. Speaker McCarthy had some harsh words for the 8 of you who voted to oust him in a news conference he gave last night. Take a listen to this.
They don't get to say they're conservative because they're angry and they're chaotic. They are not conservatives, and they do not have the right to have the title.
What's your reaction to that?
No, I think you're going to hear a lot of different things said over the next week. We've got a lot of very hot tempers and a lot of high tensions, and I'm not concerned about that. I'm focused on passing the appropriation bills, and I'm here ready to accomplish that work. And I'm sure that there's a lot of things that will be said over the next week that folks will probably regret and wish they hadn't said, and I don't take that personally. Again, my job is to represent the people of Montana. What is bad is $33 trillion worth of national debt, and we better address that, or we are charging this country into financial ruin, and that's what I'm not willing to do.
And I'm just curious, Congressman, are you going to insist on keeping the rule that allows a single member of Congress the ability to call for a vote to oust the Speaker?
That really is not high on my list of priorities, Elizabeth. I'll tell you what is high on my list of priorities: to have a speaker, the next speaker, be trustworthy, so that when they make agreements with the conference in the room behind closed doors, that when they go out and negotiate with Hakeem Jeffries or Chuck Schumer or President Biden, that those commitments stay in place. So we have not had that out of our speaker.
And
so that's going to be my top priority. The next thing.
And what do you say?
The next thing will be to maintain regular order in the House of Representatives, which had disappeared for about 18 years, to make sure that we have 72 hours to review the texted bills before we're asked to vote on them, to pass the 12 separate appropriation bills that the Budget Act of 1974 calls for. That it's only been honored 4 times. I mean, Congress doesn't even honor statute. How can we look out to the outside and expect the general public to do so?
Well, I'm sure the general public is watching closely, Congressman, and hoping that it doesn't take 4 days and 15 votes to elect a new speaker, and that perhaps everything will calm down and business, the American people's business, will get done. Montana Congressman Matthew Rosendale.
That is exactly what I'm focused on.
All right.
Thank you so much, Elizabeth.
Thanks, sir. Good to have you here. Thank you. Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.